Do you really believe our plan can succeed?
You'll need a big dose of luck, but I think it might just work. Normally, careful preparations would be underway by now. Arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several locations, various safety measures, evaluation of all possible risks. But we don't have time for that.
What are we going to use Sigismund's silver for?
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched, lad. If you really do get your hands on the silver, you need to get away with it first. As far as possible. Margrave Jobst will find some use for it later. Or do you have any other suggestions?
If we have a chance to raise an army against Sigismund, we should spend the whole lot on it.
Yes. I think Jobst will share your opinion. And hopefully, it'll be enough.
Lady Rosa seemed right at home during von Burgov's interrogation.
That she did. She really is her father's daughter. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal peace. But she really got her personality from Kunzlin. Had she been born a boy, Rutald would have had an heir other men could only dream of.
Do you also find it strange how quickly von Burgov turned his coat and started helping us?
Indeed I do, but there are several likely explanations. The king's position in the country is even more precarious than we thought, and his allies are leaving him in ever greater numbers.
But what would von Burgov stand to gain if Sigismund returned to Hungary?
That I do not know, and I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing about Otto, it's that he never acts recklessly. Is there anything I can do to make your stay in Sukdal more tolerable?
Well, you could send Zizka Kunstadt and their gang away from here. But I have a feeling you couldn't do that even if you wanted to.
Well...
That's all right, Sir Peter. A bed will suffice for now.
I had a chamber prepared for you. And if it doesn't offend you, you're invited to my table.
I will be delighted to accept your offer. If your supplies will stretch to me as well as the army of Jobst, I mean. By the way, when will I finally get to see this army?
You personally? Never with a bit of luck. But I have to place a guard on you. You do understand, don't you?
Of course. I know how these things go.
Is there anything else?
Yes. Since we are going to be sitting at the same table, I would like to hear something about this region.
I'm not sure I'm the right one to tell you. I spend most of my time right here.
I've arrived here only recently. Apart from Gutenberg and Maleshov, I haven't seen much of these parts. But you have been the steward of Sugdal for years, and a capable one at that, from what I hear. I'm sure you know the locality. I would be grateful if you would share your knowledge with me.
Gladly. At least it will shorten the evenings for us.
Huh. I'd never have thought it'd be so easy. Getting revenge on you, I mean. First Istvan Toth, now you. And tomorrow...
By tomorrow, you may all be dead. Actually, I would say that is becoming more and more likely.
Don't try that tough talk on me. You're afraid, aren't you?
Afraid of what? You?
Of not being firmly in charge for once. You have to dance to someone else's tune. And that terrifies you.
An interesting idea. I will remember it when I am dining with Lord Pisek, and you are picking up crumbs outside somewhere.
Would you like to know how Istvan died? What it sounded like when he fell out of that window and got smashed on the rocks below the tower?
You seem to be laboring under the naive illusion that I cared about Darth. You killed a murderer and a fool. All you achieved by that was saving us the trouble.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Von Bergov's people came to Rutard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we...
But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Rutard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
I'll be with you. If anything happens, just stay behind me and...
Ah, my hero! But since I'm the one who knows the way, I'll be going first. Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
How far away is it anyway?
Soon there'll be a fall, and from there it's only a short distance. You'll see.
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously. Oof, startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up. This is going to be a bit difficult.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. What's the hurry? I've got plenty of time. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
Oh, Sakra! I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
But we don't even know who they are or how many are here. They might be harmless cripples, but they could also be a pack of cutthroats.
I know, but what do you want to do? Sit back and wait for them to die of old age?
Well, so I'm supposed to slaughter them? Just like that?
Yes, that scum has no right to defile this place with their presence. It's our home, our property.
Which means they deserve to die.
If we want to be sure they won't give us away, we've no choice.
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home, our property. They have no right.
You're right. We have to get rid of them. But maybe it can be done without violence. I'll go and see who they are and what to do about them. Right. Here we go.
Wait a moment. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Look, there's someone there.
You're trespassing. This place belongs to the House of Ruthard.
You're wrong, friend. The Rutards have finished in this town. We own the place now.
What are you gonna do about it, fucker? I'll show you.
I feel quite hungry! Sucker! Rosa!
You want to try me?
Could you... Rosa!
Too slow. Kill him.
What do you want? We're gonna gut you, you whore son!
Come on. Henry! Over here!
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful!
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
They left no stone unturned. Oh, what a mess.
Show what you're made of.
No, you don't. Will you open the fuck?
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they... gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and, God forbid, you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
If our plans succeed and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything.
You'll be all right.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
And for this?
Seems you know how a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Damihi castitatem e continentiam, sed non limoro. Forward, Sir Knight.
Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. You know about yesterday evening? And night?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
And what if your pa found out about us?
What exactly would he find out about?
That his daughter is no longer, entirely chaste?
Someone would have to tell him. It certainly won't be me, and I recommend you keep quiet as well. Are we clear?
Quite clear.
Although, maybe it won't even matter. Our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, if that's how you feel. see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. And we'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes, I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We have to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mintmaster's key.
You silly doggy.
You have a kind master, eh, Bobby?
Who goes there?
Do you want me to arrest you? Leave that door be!
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Be on your way.
Be careful.
Close to the others.
God is punishing
It's
us
not
for our
safe here.
sins.
Grüß Gott, was brauchst du?
What about poisons? Are you selling those?
Poisons? Who do you take me for? I don't even mix poisons, let alone sell them.
Why not?
What are poisons for? Only killing people. There was such a miscreant here. He reveled in all sorts of poisons and such devilish things. When poisoning began to be a problem in the city, the bailiff had him expelled. It said he leads dangerous heathens at a ruin somewhere. Robstein or someplace like that. At least from what I've heard.
I know where it is.
Really? Then you'd better avoid it. The man had no heart.
Gott's mit dir sein.
What? Those aren't Vavak's men. I smell trouble.
I apologise.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
What the? Henry? How the hell did you get in here?
I have my ways.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
What are you doing here?
I'm dealing with some trouble.
So I see. What trouble, though?
In case you hadn't noticed, the lord of the house isn't here. He took to the hills.
What? When?
Only a few days ago. He took the coin from his little secret operation, packed up quietly in the night, and went God knows where.
Has no one been looking for him?
No. He'd occasionally be gone from the Italian court for weeks on end. What's a few days compared to that?
What are you actually looking for here?
Vavak's papers, especially ones with my name on them. I can't have people from the court finding evidence of my connection to the secret enterprise.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him. Unfortunately, Vavak isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vavak about it, but me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is, whether I can trust you.
Excuse me? I took a big risk to help you last time, and you don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. And I like gains. Talk to me then. It can't hurt to try. The worst that might happen is I won't help you.
All right. But your life depends on nobody finding out about this.
Ah, don't worry. My life was at stake last time, and we're both still here. So you can trust me.
I hope so. Me and a few others want to rob the treasury in the Italian courts.
What? My word! I was bracing myself for anything, but this? Have you lost your mind?
Calm down, for God's sake. I know how it sounds, but we've got a good reason and a good plan. Believe me, we just need a little help getting inside. That's what I need Vavak for. But he's not here now.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vavak do something as crazy as that. Well, it's true. I owe you. For keeping your lips sealed. But this is a bloody dangerous business. What do I get out of it if I help you?
You'll get Vavak in hot water. He might be away, but he's still the mint master. So if the silver goes missing, it'll be on him. And he'll get hanged.
The noose would suit that bastard nicely, true enough. All right, let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint. And I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
I'm glad we understand each other. So, what exactly is your plan?
We'll get into the church council meeting as the legate's retinue.
The legates? What do you mean?
In any case, it'd be wise to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, but it'd be better to have a local on hand as well. And that would be your job.
Well, how can I put it? If you manage to get to Cardinal Pozzo and persuade him to help you, take you with him to the Italian court, not give anything away, and lastly, make it through the entire council without shitting himself, I'll walk barefoot to Rome myself.
Yeah, very droll. So will you help us or not?
I can turn a blind eye to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who notices something is off. But don't expect anything more. And what will your lot do in the meantime?
We'll free all the lords held captive at the court.
I couldn't help you with that even if I wanted to. And I'd advise you to give up on that. Getting the silver alone will be hard enough as it is. Anything else?
Some of them will dig a tunnel into the court cellars from outside. That's how we'll get the silver out.
Clever. There's a whole labyrinth under the Italian court. But breaking through will take a lot of effort. And after that?
That's all you need to know. We just need you at the council.
Very well then.
Now I just need to find Vavak's key. Have you seen it?
No, the only thing I found Vavak left is this letter. Here, take it. Maybe it'll help you. And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But I can't afford to be under any suspicion. Do you understand?
Count on me. And thank you.
Save the thanks, and let me get to work. Crondle, Naz. No Pisek to be seen. What an utter mess. Who'd think the Mint Master would be so disorganized? Routard, Polna, Crondle, Naz. No Pisek to be seen. think the Mint Master would be so disorganized.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are.
You shouldn't be out here alone like this too. I hope I have enough groschen left over.
Dude, you should.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Did you bring anything back with you?
Empty.
pockets and a whole lot of gossip.
The big city. There's no place like it.
Greetings, Henry.
Greetings.
Death to Sigismund!
I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavat got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
When he heard what we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot or end up on the gallows.
Maybe we should, reconsider.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergau's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
But you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
I'm gonna go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Rutard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisek confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. What exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there? What are we searching for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different color.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade?
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
Be careful. Come back in one piece.
I'll do my best. It appears we're supposed to go and mark the path for carrying out the silver.
I thought you were going with Brabant. He boasted that he knows those passageways.
I told him I'd rather go with you.
You made the right choice. Brabant would have talked your head off.
Well, are we ready to go and take a look underground?
Absolutely. Where is the entrance anyway?
In the kitchen.
That's a promising start. Let us go. That smell. Ugh. How long have they been throwing shit down here? It is nearly up to my knees. Perish. And it's bloody slippery. Ugh. The nerve of Žižka and Dry Devil. I give them coin, and they send me to wade through shit. Stay close to me. The path might branch off somewhere. We would not want you to get lost.
You won't scare me. I'm not a child.
You are scared shitless, I can tell. This poor soul must have been here a long time. Well, well, well. Somebody stashed some shunt down here. Hey, what is that? There is someone here.
So don't be an idiot. Try a little harder.
Do you hear that too?
Where did you come from?
What are you doing here?
Sitting around, twiddling our thumbs.
Is it not obvious? They are stealing from your Christian brothers.
Can't you be honest and steal from the living?
Why? Folks line up to buy these miraculous relics.
But that's sacrilege.
And what about selling indulgences? That's outright simony.
Who'd you sell the relics to?
We stay clear of selling. What if someone recognized their grandfather's thumb? That could be awkward.
Lennox, the gravedigger from Sedlet, sells them for us. It seems more trustworthy coming from him.
I know Lennox. Do you work for him?
We bring him what we find, and he gives us something in return. I'm sure he's waiting for us now.
And he'll be waiting for a long time.
How come?
We hid behind the altar. Then we broke in here at night, when the church was closed.
We were gonna wait a while before we got to work. Then we heard a loud noise.
Someone was a bit too keen and closed the lid of the crypt.
So, we're kinda trapped here.
Serves you right. That's what you get for disturbing the dead.
Wait, how did you two get in here?
That's what I'd like to know too.
Fuck off.
Suit yourself. We'll beat it out of you then.
Go to hell!
Come in here!
It must be somewhere else.
No, this wall is solid.
No, this is not it. It should be somewhere around here. Try tapping on the walls.
Aye, that sounds different. We have it.
It does not go any further, so it has...
That might do it.
Come, let us go back. Have you ever been to Kuttenberg? Before all this, I mean.
A long time ago. With Martin.
Is that so?
Aye. He was here on business and brought me along as help. But I didn't see much. Martin met with a customer in the morning, and we drove back home in the evening.
Perhaps we passed on the street.
Greetings, Henry.
Good morning.
Likewise.
Mordecai.
Sam and I walked through the cellar as far as we could, and marked the spot where we should dig.
Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have his uses. Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good work. You deserve it.
What now then? Have you come up with a way to get to the legate and persuade him to take us to the Italian court?
I should say so. Hey, listen up, all of you. You're done for today, but get plenty of sleep. We'll chase you from your beds early in the morning.
Oh, is that really necessary?
It is. We'll be riding to Lorette's.
Cardinal Pozzo goes to bed with the chickens and gets up before the crack of dawn. After the morning prayer, he eats breakfast together with his retinue, and no one is allowed to disturb them. Most regular folks are asleep at that time, so everything should be nice and quiet when you pay him a visit.
If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right?
Should we be prepared for a fight?
That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal. But I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
Hagen and Urso will be waiting for us there to keep them under guard.
That's it? What use will we be there?
You have to make sure those 5 men armed to the teeth don't get any clever ideas.
We'll scare them a little, but just enough to make them shut up and listen to Godwin.
Exactly. No killing.
Is everyone going there?
Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine and Rosa.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my ass with the women?
At least you'll get your beauty sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It's true we shouldn't leave this place unwatched.
Too fucking right. And don't you worry, Lord Capon. If anyone tries to get inside, Catherine will protect you.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Tosspot.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a bit, eh?
All right. Let's get to work.
Report to me tomorrow morning, is that clear?
Can we go to Lorette's now?
I reckon it's too late now, eh? We have to leave before the crack of dawn tomorrow, while it's still dark, understand?
What about Lorette's? Should we go?
I reckon it's too late now, eh? We have to leave before the crack of dawn.
Here, Mutt!
Christ almighty.
Christ. I could eat.
Another day behind us, eh?
Good evening.
My respects. Take a look around, but no...
Let's talk about the price.
Well...
Do you accept?
We're nearly there. Finally! I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Good day.
Excuse...
Fair prices, fine wares.
Keep...
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to discuss the...
You see? I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Quality fabrics for great prices.
Fine wares.
I'll be right there. Oh, it's you. Back already?
Looks like...
Go on then. How was it?
What can I say? Prague is a whole
What's the
different
hold up?
world.
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for
Did
it
you
to
bring
rain?
anything back with you?
Empty pockets and a whole lot of gossip.
The big city. There's no place like it.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
So, I went to see my brother
And?
to talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself. And he gets this feeling that his time's nearly up.
Does he get it often?
Nearly all the time. And he's always
Aye.
threatening to
Coming
leave
up.
everything
What
to
did
the
he give
church
you
if
for
I
it?
don't go and see him.
I...
Over this 100 times.
You'll go to confession and donate some money to the church. Got that?
A fine day for some fine wares.
Be careful.
Last chance, fine wares. Help out a poor beggar.
Guten Tag, mein Freund.
Word about...
Ei, Julkan. Und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Let's talk about...
I'm glad you found what...
I'm sorry.
I'd like to do something...
Aye. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Fine wares.
Oh, excuse me.
Word about the... Well, you see? It's glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Mugs for sale.
Who's there? Huh? You can't just stroll around here without so much a...
Be careful. God is...
Word about...
What would you... That's quite... Aye. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Christ. Pardon me.
Exotic fruits and a color that has sparkle.
My respects. You're lucky.
Word about...
Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good...
Well,
Be careful.
Excuse me.
All the time. So why not us? Between you... and me, are we really any worse than they are?
Between you and me, we surely aren't. I hope there won't be any trouble. Those nobles can be awfully irritable.
I mean, this is a